against a hot Blue Bomber team. Paul Lapalisis orchestrated the first 2-0 start since 2003 here, but keeps reminding the Bombers to stay even keeled. Big test tonight for Winnipeg. Justin Pilardi will kick it off as Calgary has won the toss, and they'll get the ball first. And there's Larry Taylor, big week in Vancouver. He's back along with Johnny Forzani, and it will be Forzani on the return, and Alex Suber meets him head-on at the 35-yard line. So now we're ready to go, and it is Beasley on the corner. Javon Johnson to Suber's spot, and the fans are red. Play action fake, and the first pass skips short of the intended target, the former Blue Bomber, R.J. Franklin. I'm sure that if Doug Brown keeps playing the way he has the first 2 weeks, Winnipeg management may ask him to reconsider that.
And I'm going to.
Second and 10. Here comes the heat, and the ball is knocked away. Intended for Nick Lewis, and the safety Ian Logan, one of many Bombers, red hot to start the season. Second and 9. And Pierce underneath there, and Hargraves the catch up the sidelines and bumped out at both the first down stick. Hargraves in with the injury to Keto Pobla in week 1. Just against the BC Lions, he caught everybody's eye and then had a knee injury in practice. Second short for Reed into the secondary and taken down at the Calgary 49-yard line. Jeff Tisdale brings down the leading rusher in the Canadian Football League. 11 for Reed and a first down. But Pierce on a roll, in some trouble with Charleston Hughes as his first sack of the season.
And Hefty, as we mentioned, will move back to the halfback. Now Javon Johnson's got to play at halfback until they find out about Alex Suber.
Second and 10. Throws over the middle. And that's broken up. Jonathan Hefty with the knockdown.
Boy, there has not been very much room in that secondary for these Calgary receivers.
The early season, and Javon Johnson awaits. Burke Dales with the boot. Johnson from his 24. Randy Chevrier couldn't make the tackle. There is a flag as Johnson inside the 45. It's still going. Is it going to stand? Javon Johnson, touchdown.
Whether it stands or not, is Javon Johnson the most underrated player in the CFL?
He might be. That's Tom Forzani just lined up in the huddle with Tom's nephew, Johnny. Number 2 in all-time Calgary receptions. And now Kenyon Rambo on second down. And Rambo is going to be stopped short of the first down as he's taken down by Clint Cantu. Returns to the lineup, missed the first 2 weeks with an ankle problem. So back-to-back first downs for Calgary. Double tight end formation. First and 10. And a pump. Pressure. Ball knocked out of his hand is unlined. Bombers trying to get it. And they do.
Odell Willis came off the edge.
And Dorian Smith ate up the football. Oh, the Bomber defense does it again. Second and 15, Pierce. He's going to option this, gets a block, gets outside, and he'll be drilled up by Justin Phillips. And again, a flag down in the Bomber backfield.
I think this one goes against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. To play in the passing game extends like this, oftentimes it's a holding up front.
Adrian Davis, the only down lineman for Calgary, second in the bunch. Underneath it goes crosser for Watson. And Watson takes a heavy hit from Johnny Dixon, but gets it back. This season, the Bombers have had a punt blocked, and now Pilardi's first attempt of the night.
as he compared playing against Corey Boyd of the Argos and Joffrey Reynolds.
Well, this time they fake to Reynolds and pressure on the Burris down back in his 36. Doug Brown, Kenny Maynard put on the heat, and Burris goes down. And it's another sack, the 10th of the year for the blue chip defense here in Winnipeg. Final play of the quarter, and downfield is knocked away. What a break on the ball from Jonathan Hefty, intended for Robbie Bryant, who looked open for a moment. Well, we talked about good defense. We had plenty of it.
Thank you very much, Chris. There's a lot of optimism in Winnipeg, not only because the team is 2-0, but because they sold more than 21,000 season tickets in the offseason. That is a brand new mark for the franchise. Not bad for a team that was 4-14 a year ago and missed the playoffs. Part of the excitement is the brand new stadium going up at the University of Manitoba. That'll be the home of the Blue Bombers starting 2012. So come November, we close the doors on 58 years of legendary football here at Canadian Stadium.
Pressure on Pierce here, and he'll step up and hit the deck in the nick of time in front of the safety Eric Fraser, close to a first down, and Buck Pierce has got to do that.
Yeah, you know, when you talk about what Sean was mentioning, you feel the excitement in Winnipeg this year, and a team that has figured out a way to win those close games early on in this season. This will be the last trip to this stadium for the Calgary Stampeders. And
He's here. Henry Burris is number one. Buck Pierce is second. Second and 9 here, rolling out. Hughes from the backside with pressure on that ball. Knocked away by Brandon Isaac. And another late hit on Buck Pierce. The pass was intended for Clarence Denmark.
second time he's been real slow to get up, and this time limping noticeably, and that was late as well.
From 34 yards out, it's away, and it's good. And the Bombers' lead is 4.
And save any type of loss. So this matchup going head-to-head 6 times so far in this game has been Brown against Suva.
All-Canadian against all-Canadian. 6 receivers out, quarterback draw. And he'll be wrapped and thrown down by the former Stampeder, Odell Willis.
Quarterback draw gets disrupted by penetration in the interior, and this time Doug Brown gets some help from Dorian Smith.
2 for 2 after being cut by Winnipeg and finding a job in Calgary. And that was blocked. Well, the defense extending to terrific special team play too. They trade field goal blocks, and it remains 4-0 Peg. And only Adrian Davis down. Corey Watson, and he's got a first down and running into Calgary territory. Oh, the quick hitter, and he sliced through an open part of that Calgary defense.
Great read and react here by Buck Pierce, who saw and recognized it.
Second and 7. Got it. That's picked off. Keon Raymond. Buck Pierce not going to catch him. And Raymond has a Calgary touchdown. 65 yards. And on a night when we've talked a lot about defense, the Calgary defense makes the biggest play so far. Tim Burke's defense trying to get a stop here. Henry Burris steps up, downfield, jump ball, and a great knockdown. Javon Johnson.
You know, and we talked at length about the front four for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Four-man rush, another shot, he's got Edwards, and he's on his feet, and he's in the end zone. Four-man rush, another shot, he's got Edwards, and he's on his feet, and he's in the end zone. Wow.
They saw something. That's the third straight pass in a row. They tried to go deep to Terrence Edwards. And third time lucky if you're a Bomber fan.
17-yard gain. Second down. Burris again in trouble. Lost his helmet. And is dropped short must have a case on the face mask because the helmet got ripped off.
Yeah, and I think he does have an argument. I don't see a flag down on the field.
Take a shot, and if not, Randy Paredes will come on. But they want more than 3. And flag down. Burris got away. And sidearms it incomplete. John Cornish was there, but looks like another penalty, and this might knock them out of field goal range. So Paredes, who's had one blocked, will try this one from 41. The Bomber cut misses, and Javon Johnson going to try and get it out to save the point. He does. And maybe more.
That's up.
Look out! Look out! And finally angled out around the 50. That was interesting. Javon Johnson has a big half, and Paredes comes away empty. So if you're checking back in with us a little late for the second half, it is Joey Elliott. Buck Pierce is done for the night. Reportedly a quad injury, and that pass through the hands of Denmark at the 52nd and 10. And he wants to air it out. That pass incomplete. Terrence Edwards, and step for step with Brandon Smith.
Now, Terrence Edwards tried to sell a call here, and I wasn't buying. Neither were the refs. I know some of the crowd wanted to it.
Big play. 2nd and 10. Flies, maybe a free play for Burris to go up top. Johnny Forzani, and Javon Johnson with an interference call. So a penalty-aided drive that Calgary's putting together here. Statistically, that means he's 0 for 1. He is 1 for 2. Cuts the lead in half here, midway through the third quarter. And 45 not in the lineup for Calgary there, so I'm not sure who the culprit is. But how about Corey Watson? The kid out of Concordia is having a pretty good night. 22 on his latest catch.
I asked.
Since Gerald Wilcox in 1995. Here comes the house. Elliott got it away. Brandon Smith working against Terrence Edwards, and they've been dueling all night long.
It's been fun to watch. I mean, Brandon Smith has made his plays and had his turn.
Out of Washington State, he had one start last year. James Green in the backfield. Poop will plunge and score, but there's a flag. Offside against Calgary. It is a Winnipeg touchdown.
Offside. Calgary number 31. The penalty is declined. Touchdown.
So all 3 quarterbacks into the act, and Alex Brink into the end zone.
Not before pretty good production from Joffrey Reynolds on first down.
And with that carry, Joffrey Reynolds has passed Leo Lewis, the Bomber grade on the all-time rushing list, into 8th spot. 2nd and 5. And this play doesn't get a lot. Time count, and chalk one up for the Bomber fans.
Time count violation. Calgary number 1. 5-yard penalty. 9th second down.
And they just turned up the volume again, and there's Joffrey Reynolds moving to 8th place all time. And you notice Damon Allen at 3. As we mentioned earlier, Anthony Calvillo will, in his next touchdown pass Damon Allen in that category. But Damon Allen's name's in the record book in a lot of places, and there's Joffrey Reynolds ahead of Leo Lewis.
Leo Lewis, a 6-time All-CFLer in the 50s and 60s. Time count violation, pass, and it's knocked down. What a great play by Dion Beasley, who was not going to start into the game because of the injury to Alex Suber on the first play of the game.
Foul. Roughing a passer.
Odell
Winnipeg,
Willis.
number 40. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So that's 4 roughing the passer penalties, 2 apiece. Talked to Henry last week before the BC game about missing some open targets. That's one he'll think about unless he can make it up here. Back to him. And missed Rambo with Dion Beasley in coverage on the final play of the third quarter. 18-yard field goal attempt. This one through. So it's a 7-point game as we start the fourth quarter. And again, the Stamps with the wind at their back.
Paul LaPolice's team has learned how to win these close games, and we'll see if they can pull it off again against a very good opponent here. But their offense has 17 of their over 40 points coming into this game in the fourth, and defense 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter alone.
And only 6 points allowed. First and 20. Burris dancing, and now steps up, and there's the feet first slide to get the 10 back from the penalty. Back to the 45.
And a good decision by Ian Logan in what's been a penalty-filled game here. Burris comes and hook slides feet first. Logan came up, looked like he was going to jump on the pile or come over the top, and he backed off so he didn't draw a penalty flag. A couple of interceptions for Ian Logan, who's really taken another step in his progression in his career.
And now they're saying incomplete. Jonathan Hefty with enough of a jolt to separate Rambo from the football.
Well, he didn't quit on it.
Renault. Good boot. And Larry Taylor back inside his 40. Dropped it. Flag, and he's pulled down at the 35-yard line.
So his new nickname by his teammates is Nickelback.
Second and long. Burris over the middle. As Burris tried to hook up with Kenyon Rambo, and the defensive excellence continues. Their defense is for real. The secondary appears to be for Calgary after a lot of questions. There's a pass, and it's caught, flag down. That's a slant to Corey Watson. And was the call interference against Calgary? It was, and he made the catch nonetheless.
And out of Corey Watson's body of work tonight, that was his toughest catch.
Forward pass interference, Calgary number 29. The penalty is declined. First down, Winnipeg.
First down. Fred Reed's back in. Reed to midfield. Charleston Hughes drags him down there, but it's 7 more for Fast Fred. Been some clutch yards for Reed on this drive. They pitch it out. He's got it inside. First down. And cut back. Keon Raymond saves a touchdown. He was the only Calgary defender out there.
And TJ Harris from the receiving corps. He's going to work on Charleston Hughes, who made the play on first down to stop a big gainer.
Into the wind from this spot. They need more yards. Touchdown! And he stumbled right into Joey Elliott, and Elliott's hurt. Elliott saves a touchdown, but another Bomber quarterback's gone down.
Oh boy. We talked about how hard a hitting game it's been. That's a huge play for Calgary. Now can Henry Burris capitalize?
From the 19. Contact, they're ruling yes at the 6. A catch for Rambo just outside the 5-yard line. Against Dion Beasley. Fans will try and do their part.
They're turning it up a notch, the noise level here. Henry Burris has to call his timeout.
They weren't going to get the playoff.
Timeout, Calgary.
Not fully lined up with 2 seconds on the clock, and so Burris takes the timeout.
And he had to take that just before the 3-minute warning. And you could chalk that one up to a great crowd. 2011. How about these Bomber fans? Calling it Swaggerville. Timeout caused by the fans. And
they've got a CEO in Swaggerville, and they've got at least 28,000 residents here making noise. First and goal. Burris rolls, throws, touchdown. Kenyon Rambo from Henry Burris. They make the connection, and it's the first offensive touchdown of the night for the Stamps. Is Joffrey Reynolds still an option?
Well, it's interesting with what's happened on the Bomber sideline at quarterback. You might just be conservative and running here. I wouldn't, but you might.
They think. Looks downfield and trouble for Reeses. There's Willis in the flat, and Jonathan Hefty stops him short. He's got a stiff wind, and he could kick it into the end zone, but the Stamps don't want the single point. Devon Johnson at his 20th play. And has a return, and then gets caught from behind at the 32-yard line. Second and 6, no huddle. To the sidelines, Hargraves. And he's got to get out, did he? No.
I don't think he did, and that's just a young mistake because he makes a solid catch. They're going to give him a little room. The Calgary Stampeders don't want to give up one big play, but that's just a mistake by Aaron Hargraves. Has to get out of bounds there. Maybe save a second or two.
Well, they had it at 103. It is running now. So that cost them a dozen seconds by not getting out. And now Elliott, quarterback draw. And he's down at the 50-yard line. That's about 4 with 45 seconds remaining. And they've got a hustle.
And you're 3-down football now.
You'd think that they have to get under 45 yards away for Pilardi. Here's a pass for Hargraves. He's got it. Big catch that time by the Simon Fraser product. Clutch with 37 on the clock.
Oh, is it ever? And it's the type of catch that can kickstart your career in a big way. Aaron Hargraves been around for 4 years. That's a biggie.
Corey Watson and Aaron Hargraves have been big tonight for the Winnipeg offense. Still need more. And that pass is batted down. Look, and Pilardi.
His long this year is 40. But he needs to hit it last year. He needs to hit it hard, Chris.
Well, this is like a 50-yarder. The distance, but he misses, and it's going to be brought out. Larry Taylor brings it out. Flag down. And Taylor runs out of bounds with 5 seconds left. So Pilardi misses to the left. And the Stampeders look like they're going to take this one away with 5 seconds on the clock. Let's see what the flags are all about.
On the return, illegal block, number 39, Calgary. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Well, the Stamps were in the trail position much of the night, but they come up with a big fourth quarter touchdown from Burris to Rambo. John Hufnagel's teams won 2 straight, and they hand the Blue Bombers their first defeat of the year. A couple of 2-1 teams now.